thank you for having me, Remington.
Thank you for coming.
Boulder's a great place. You're living in a really beautiful town. And so please introduce yourself and kind of what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Remington Robinson. I'm an artist. I'm also a FIGU member. I've been a passive member for 12 years. And I think I've been involved in or studying the case for 17 years. Yeah.
How did you find out about Billy?
I found out about Billy when I was doing a really large art commission back in 2007. And I that was when YouTube was kind of new, and I was just kind of surfing around YouTube trying to find stuff to listen to or to watch while I was painting. And I started wanting to know about UFOs, and I wanted to find out what's like UFOs and then several other things. But that was one of the things that I had always been kind of curious about. And I took guitar lessons all throughout high school and middle school, and my guitar teacher the summer before had told me about NASA UFOs. So that renewed my interest. So I like the NASA UFO videos from orbit.
Yeah,
have you seen
91?
Those?
Yeah,
yeah. So
STS 48, I think.
Yeah. So I let's see, just started looking up UFO stuff on YouTube and Google Video back when there was Google Video. I don't know if that still exists, but I was seeing all sorts of stuff, but Billy's name kept popping up, and Randy Winters and George Green and maybe a few others. Like I saw some video of Philip Schneider mentioned him.
Yeah.
But that's how I found out about it.
Yeah.
I just pursued it further. Yeah.
Yeah. And then how it developed, like many discover him, but then, too good to be true, or blah.
Well, then the Silent Revolution of Truth came out right after that. Then like the same year or the year after that. And then I bought that and watched it, thought it was fascinating, listened to the Randy Winters tapes on the contact notes. And then I thought, well, I would like to actually read the contact notes instead of just listening to what this guy has to say, because it sounds like he's maybe sprinkling in some of his own opinions and whatnot. So I found Future of Mankind website sometime in 2008, probably, maybe 08, 09, and started just reading contact reports and reading anything I could find. And because there's real substance to the material, it's not just about the UFO pictures and the story, it's about the message and the whole spiritual teaching, which has been updated to be called the creation energy teaching. I just started reading contact reports, and at the same time, that's when Benjamin Stevens was kind of on a rampage of translating contact reports, and through 2009 and 2010. So I think I was in college at the time, and I used a lot of my printing account funds to print out the contact reports so that I could have a physical copy of contact reports and articles and anything I could find on the case. I just thought it was fascinating, made more sense than anything I'd seen anywhere else.
Yeah, you really dove into it then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then when did you decide to go to Hinterschmidrueti?
I ended up going there in May of 2012, and my birthday's in May, so I ended up meeting Billy for the first time on my birthday, on my 26th birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, how was your first encounter?
I was probably a little bit, like we were talking earlier, like maybe a little bit boisterous with, just kind of butted myself into a genuine interaction he was having with some other people that I might have recognized one of them, but before before I went up, I saw him and I saw these other people, and I saw him give a really genuine and heartwarming hug to this person. And that was like, I don't know, that just struck me in a way that like, this guy has really solid connections with people, and really there's a lot of just interconnectedness, it looked like, with just the personal relationships that he has with people, and that people seem to have at the center in general. But anyway, I just strolled right on up. I was at the back behind the kitchen at the center, and I just walked right up to all of them, and he looks over and he says, "Oh, hello." So, and I said, "Hi, my name's Rem." He says, "Oh, is that short for something?" And I said, "Remington." So I don't remember much more than that, but that's basically all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you worked in Hinterschmidrueti, helped there, and then you came several times.
Yeah. Well, the first time I was there, I think I was there for like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Quite long.
A while. Yeah. And then, I traveled around Europe with my, they were kind enough to let me leave my big suitcase there. And so I, because with my tent and all of my other stuff in it. And then I traveled around with a backpack and my mandolin and some sketchbooks and stuff. So went to like Prague, went to Berlin, Paris for a moment, and dressed in Florence, Rome, kind of went all over, almost all over. That's not quite all over, but I went to a lot of different countries, and then ended at the center again, stayed there for another 3 or 4 days. And then that was the first trip. And then I went again in 2017 for a few days, and then in 2018 for maybe about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That's when I just came there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you were able to talk to Billy, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. That was when he broke his arm, or his shoulder.
Yeah.
His shoulder was all shattered. And so we got to sit down, and I had short interactions with him here and there before, other trips. But that time we got to sit down and talk for like at least an hour. Yeah. It's me and Billy, and Daniel Cooper was there too.
What did you talk about?
I don't know. We just talked about all sorts of stuff. I mean, it was, just a normal conversation. It's pretty mundane. I think I took notes later of what we talked about, but I don't really remember anymore.
Yeah.
It was just a nice conversation.
That is so typical. Me too, that I talked to him about something, and then a couple of weeks later, or sometimes just days later, what did he say again? It's like, and so I'm really happy when he gives me video interviews, so that it's recorded, and also for other people to hear, because even if you heard and talked to him, there's so often that it happens that it just slips your mind or your consciousness so quickly.
I think that one of the things that we talked about was that he told me that, I think he asked me if I had any pets, and I had 2 cats at the time. They're both dead now, but there were two kitties that used to live here. This is where I live. Yeah. But he said that he always wanted a pet gorilla, a pet tiger, and a pet wolf. And he said he got the gorilla for a little while.
I didn't
back in the 60s. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But then the authorities took it away.
Yeah.
Never got the tiger, never got the wolf. But I remembered that, and I made a little set of 3 paintings, and I think I don't know if they're still hanging at the center, but I sent them over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pet tiger. That's quite something.
It's been done.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, other people, Siegfried and Roy. But yeah, I'm sure he could have handled it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had donkeys, I know. And then he was traveling with them in the Middle East. And I said, why did you have donkeys, And he said, yeah, I was just curious having animals and how they behave and what they're like. And so that was, at first I thought, oh, very amusing. But then I thought, oh, that's, you can learn a lot also from animals, not just from humans. It's like how fiercely animals defend their young ones or so, that's yeah.
Well, like I was saying earlier, like he kind of struck me as in a way that he reminded me like a wild animal when I would observe him around the center.
Yeah,
and
you told me that story. Please tell the story so that I can understand.
Like after I met him the first time I was there, I just would be around the center working or like going one way or another, and just I would see him standing in different places and just either thinking or whatever, but he seemed always extremely present, just like any like if you see a deer in the woods and the deer is like completely alert and present in the moment, and that's how he struck me, as like a wild animal kind of, and like totally natural, even though he's wearing a flannel shirt and his keys are jingling around and
sure. Yeah, he has this presence and connected. Yes, yeah. And he really observes still, like he observes when I drive him or so. He's looking, what's there. It's paying attention to his environment and his surrounding, and still learning from it. You can learn everything from observing nature.
Yeah.
But it's you have to observe. Really intently.
You have to observe intently.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I wasn't really going to bring this up right now, but that's what I do with them when I'm painting. It's just observing, and you have to observe. If you're going to paint something really detailed, you have to observe everything.
Yeah.
In order to record it onto the painting.
Yeah, that might be a good point too.
Yeah.
You wrote a book?
Yeah, I wrote a book. There it is, Mini Plein Air Painting with Remington Robinson. It's it's 144 pages, I think, and I thanked a bunch of people in the back in the acknowledgments, but I also thanked. I said, I especially want to thank Billy, Edward, Albert Meier, and all my FIGU friends for the continuous inspiration to think for myself and to be forever searching and curious about the nature of reality and the laws that govern our universe, as well as the inner workings of the psyche and the consciousness.
Oh, that's a great sentence.
Yeah. And then I also thanked myself in the book too, because maybe I'll just read this. Last but not least, this may sound strange. I want to take this opportunity to thank my own highest self, my own innermost creative, energetic self. Sometimes my ego gets in the way and drowns out the positive impulses from my innermost self. However, because of my innermost self, I am always striving to think for myself, to be conscious and attentive of my own thoughts and feelings, my knowledge, my wisdom, and my ability, in order to lead everything to harmonize with the success that I know is possible to the best of my capabilities. The best form of self-love is to be your own best friend and not only act on good advice from others, but to act on the best knowledge we have within ourselves in order to be the most successful we can be. If we don't each act on our own impulses to help ourselves to achieve our own successes, then all help in the form of outside opportunities, encouragement, and inspiration mean nothing. There's a saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. There are key situations in life where opportunities come and go, and it's up to each individual to choose to be one's own best friend and take those opportunities and run with them, or to self-sabotage.
Yeah.
So
very good.
That's the book. That's in the book, but the book is about painting.
Yeah.
And painting from life is a way to observe nature and observe the three-dimensional world that we have around us, and then record it into a two-dimensional format, and you use your consciousness to do that, to translate the reality that we are given and that we live within, and to translate that with our consciousness down to a painting of some size. It could be a big painting or a small painting, doesn't matter. And but that act of translating into making a painting is a form of meditation. So I also put that in the book too. So just like an active form of meditation.
Yeah, that's what sometimes athletes experience in their sport, or artists in general in their craft. Or I was talking to somebody the other day who was saying that no, meditation is not. This is from the Buddhist background, that meditation is not from you can't be it's not meditation if you're awake and active. You have to be like this, or what do you?
No,
there's basically the meditation is there to become fully aware, and then the post meditation begins. When meditation ends, then the post meditation begins, that you try to be aware all the time
of your pulse.
No, of everything.
You said what pulse?
Post, like past. Oh. After the meditation. Post-meditation.
Post-meditation.
Post-meditation. So, and that is actually the real work then, that you try to apply what you've learned, or that you were really aware, bring it into your life. And then at some point that you keep that 24/7. And that's why is Billy not meditating with us? Because he is always aware. Almost always. And even then in your sleep and so on, in your dreams, that you try to have lucid dreams and become more and more aware that you're dreaming and so on, bringing more and more awareness in your life, and not just for 20 minutes but then extend it, and then, but you have to then practice again, and then practice again, but then that the post meditation becomes longer and longer. That's basically the idea.
Yeah, and you don't want to just jump up and go and do other things as soon as you're done with the 20 minutes or however long you have set for your meditation.
Depends. You can, but it's if you're aware, then it's okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You can jump up and go back to work and be fully aware. That is, or not, that doesn't, that's a matter of awareness, not of activity. So,
yeah.
But in active life, it's more difficult. So that's why we practice, and when you're sitting calm and close your eyes and then focus, and then that you concentrate and on whatever it is, or you look at a flame or so and then concentrate on that and not follow thoughts and so on. And then bring that into your life, that now we are talking, okay, now we are, and not thinking about what do we have to do later, or, what happened, an hour ago or so. Yeah.
I've been meditating since I found out about the case. I think, no, actually, I think I started meditate. I think I did the peace meditation first, as the first meditation I ever did, where I was at least meditating on purpose. I mean, I grew up going fishing, and that's probably meditating when you're sitting and looking at the water or making art or doing whatever. But the peace meditation was the first real meditation I ever did, and that was in like 2010 probably. And then ever since then, I picked it up more and more. And then lately, I've been doing a lot more meditation, it's not like all day, but usually like once or twice a day at least, or several more than that. Just short meditations and then longer one.
Yeah.
And I've found out that it's really improved my focus.
Yeah.
It's improved
That's a good sign.
Yeah, it's improved my sense of being calm. It's improved my it's kind of improved my overall experience, but it's also made things kind of easier in a way. Makes kind of everything easier just a little bit.
Yeah, the more relaxed you approach things, usually they go smoother, and it's easier. And yeah, but everybody has to do it themselves, of course, you know.
Yeah,
put the effort in. And but also, like, when somebody is really agitated, then it might be better not to start meditating, but wait until you are kind of even ready for meditation, you know.
Yeah. And I think the whole case and the whole teaching has improved my life immensely, because at the beginning I was kind of scattered. I had a ton of energy that I didn't know what to do with. I smoked a lot of pot. I drank alcohol. I actually don't do any of those things anymore. And that's all because of the teaching. That's all because of the teaching and everything. And it's the whole smoking the pot thing and smoking marijuana, whatever, smoking weed. I don't do that anymore. And I quit in 2010. And because I think I read in the contact reports, where I think I actually personally reached out to Benjamin Stevens and said, do you know if there's anything in the contact reports or in any special bulletins about marijuana? And that was, he translated, I think it was like Special Bulletin 67 or something. You can look it up later, but and then another one. And I read that, and I had already been kind of building up the intention to stop doing that. And then as soon as I read it, something just clicked, and I just stopped.
Yeah.
And then same with quitting drinking alcohol. And it all kind of comes back to meditation and wanting to have a clear consciousness to be able to interact with the world and to be able to meditate, because you're not supposed to meditate with drugs in your system or alcohol.
Yeah.
And plus, why would you, if you want to live a healthy life, why would you poison your body?
Yeah. Well, it takes mainly clarity. That's a big factor. It numbs you, and you lack clarity, and that makes it even harder to focus, really. And so it's an obstacle. And yeah.
So I'm just more interested in clarity, and meditation is like, I don't know, it's almost like trying to just build up everything in life to achieve better meditation, and then the meditation gives back. So
yeah, you live more intensely, actually. You experience everything because you calm down. Then you become more receptive for subtle things, and experience also more intensely many things which before were numbed by stress or drugs, and it's very good to go that path, and then see, Billy writes that, okay, I give it a try, and then it works. And then your confidence grows, and you want more of that, and then you're already on the path. That's really, really nice.
And I like all of everything he writes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Almost everything I've read is it just makes sense, and it's it's not dogmatic. It's not, he's not saying, believe what I say. He says, don't believe what I say.
Yeah.
He says, he encourages people to not believe anything, actually.
Yeah. To find out for yourself.
It's not about belief. It's about wisdom.
Yeah.
And creating your own experiences and learning from them and interacting with reality. Right?
Yeah.
Wisdom isn't something that you just receive from DNA or like from a higher power, or it's something that you you create on your own within yourself, within your consciousness, your creation energy form, your spirit form, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Receives the benefit of that through your conscious interacting with the world through practical experiences. And then it's basically knowledge that is experienced, and then that's wisdom, and then that's
it has to be based on experience.
Yeah.
You made the experience, oh, this is good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kept going it. If you had experienced like that, oh, this doesn't work,
mm-hmm.
then you probably wouldn't have continued.
Yeah.
So that's it, and that is so strong then that is knowledge then. This is good for you, no matter what anybody would say, even if your doctor would say, or whoever,
mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you smoke, then you say, well, I know better. I know better. I don't have to believe or so. You've experienced it. So that it's, when people say, oh, pot, it doesn't matter once in a while. Yeah, it's not like it kills you. It's not like it's a soft drug. It's not a hard drug,
mm-hmm.
but still it numbs you and, distracts you.
Yeah.
And it's time that you basically lose to make precious experiences and experience life more intently, I think if people would then say, or they knew they would have to die like tomorrow or so, I think you would not want to numb yourself with drugs, unless you're so afraid of death that you numb yourself. But otherwise you would I want to experience life,
mm-hmm.
live intensely, make strong experiences, not, numb myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
like to try to experience death when it happens too.
Yeah, right.
And it's going to be your last experience too.
Right.
So.
I want to see that, right? And it'll be like that, like curious and adventurous to some extent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
the
other thing I was going to say is that just a moment ago, what was that? I really like I like the whole teaching because it's not about Billy, as interesting as he is and as modest as he is. He wouldn't want me to even talk about him being interesting or anything. He doesn't really want even people to talk about him, really, because it's all about the teaching. But I was thinking that the whole teaching that he writes and has written, it's just a teaching. It's like it's like math, or it's like something that you learn in a class. And when you learn something in a class, like a math class or whatever, it's not about the teacher, really. You might have a nice teacher and you like the teacher or don't like the teacher. Doesn't matter. What matters is what you learned and gained from the class and how you can apply it to your life. So,
it's like a very advanced teaching, and
but it's like it can be simple, and then you can go as deep as you want into it.
Yeah,
and you can find answers to almost anything.
Yeah, the beauty for me is that they're self-evident.
Yeah.
And if I don't understand it, then I haven't researched or searched it deeply enough. And also, I distinguish between the contact reports and the books, and then the Geisteslehre or the Lehre der Schöpfungsenergie, because these are like 3 different levels, I'd say. The contact reports, which most people start to read, and there are lots of interesting stuff they have never read before anywhere, history of mankind, etc. But that doesn't make me a better person or I become wise. It's like Karin, co-group member, said that it's like reading the newspaper.
You can become wise a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
There's good stuff here and there.
Yeah, there's like contact report 6, where Semyazi explains the spiritual levels of our consciousness evolution, basically. And in 10, she explains the creation energy teaching. And so that's really very spiritual.
But then here and there throughout all the contact reports, there might be like a few paragraphs here and there where like either Billy or Ta or like Quetzal, Semyazi, whoever they're explaining something that somebody wanted to know about, or they just happened to go off on a tangent and explain something. I can't really give an example, but
well, they talk a lot about now, like Ukraine war, or that is more like zeitgeist, like what's happening now.
Well, there's that, but they might explain like what's the psyche, or like
that right. But it's just short,
just a short thing. Yeah.
And then in the books he goes deeper.
Yeah,
like Introduction to Meditation. And then other books, where he kind of gives advice or how to raise children, etc. He writes about that.
Yeah.
So he goes in more depth. And then, but in the creation energy or Lehre der Schöpfungsenergie, the course, that's like really where you really learn and go even deeper than, and then also kind of have a homework kind of to do. And that is most interesting, I think.
And if somebody is hearing about this and they're looking up Billy on Wikipedia, they might wonder why they're not seeing that he's written any books. It's not because it doesn't say that on Wikipedia.
That's right. Yeah. He wrote like 50 books and then 20 contact report blogs, which are huge, And then it's like 25,000 large pages, over 25,000.
And then the Schöpfungsenergie Lehre.
Yeah.
That's like a 30-year
6,000 pages.
A 30-year spiritual teaching course.
Yeah. Right. And that is really where you go deepest. And it's really beneficial that it's only in German.
Yeah.
Because only in German there are sentences in there, even if you know German, it's really difficult to understand.
Yeah.
Some stuff is really easy, but there are also things in there. I can read that sentence 8 times and I still don't get it, or halfways only,
When I was in Switzerland in 2012, I went to the passive group meeting, and I met a woman who was a German woman, and she had white hair. I don't know how old she was, in her 70s or something. And she said that, and she spoke really well or really good English. But she said that even she had a hard time understanding Billy's writing. Sometimes he used words that she didn't understand, and she
and sometimes he makes up words which don't exist.
And how many words has he coined?
Yeah,
like
quite a few,
10,000 or something.
I don't know, but quite a few words he created.
I think I read that it was something like 10,000 words or somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much, but quite a few words he basically created. But if you know German, in most cases you understand right away. It's just put together from different words, and then okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
In the context of what he's writing. Yeah, your paintings are rather small. You also paint you have like an agreement with Billy that you're allowed to paint his photos.
Sure. Yeah, I do have an agreement with him. He said that I can paint his photos as long as I don't manipulate them.
Yeah.
Or, make it look like they were hanging from models, or models hanging from a string, rather.
Yeah.
Or, what else did he say? I offered him compensation if I were to ever sell any of the paintings. And he said he doesn't require any financial compensation.
Yeah.
Turned it down.
Yeah.
Which it shows he's not in it for the money.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So can you show us a few?
Yeah, so here's one.
Well, that are yours. Like you're also painting not just that, but maybe you show there first the ones you do.
Okay.
From Billy's photos. Yeah,
So
that's just.
There's one. You can barely see the little ship on there. What is this? This is Meier photo number 61, Berg-Rumlikon,
Yeah.
June 14th, 1975.
Yeah, that's Rumlikon. I've been to that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another one with his film camera.
Yeah.
Number 638. There's another one, and I have a big painting in my studio of that one. That's number 243.
Yeah.
And then here's a close-up of 243 of just the ship, as well as a close-up of another one, number 88.
Yeah. Yeah, they are like what they like to use in lots of UFO documentaries, and like this here, it's like
The X-Files.
The X-Files, right. So maybe we can show here a little closer. So that's very popular one.
Yeah.
For in the UFO community,
Mm-hmm.
that they. Yeah.
Show that one up close.
Yeah, it's people can. So very small. But,
about the size of a business card.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how you do it to paint so detailed. It's so small, but it's it's really amazing. You're really an artist. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, show also the other ones. That's like that's San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, that's there's the focus. So it's really
Cable cars.
Yeah.
And then might as well show this one too. This is from the La Boca neighborhood in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I pretty much always paint from life, except for these. I can't paint these beamship photos from life. Paint it from a photograph.
Yeah. So whenever you are actually there when you paint it.
Yeah.
So that's what you mean when you say
paint from life, painting, actually looking at the actual place that I'm painting.
Yeah.
Plein air painting means open air painting. And
how do you do that? That's so like the brush has only one hair sometimes? Or,
well, one hair doesn't really hold any pigment.
Yeah.
But the hairs all taper down really finely to a really, really small point. Like if you pull out an eyelash and you can see how your eyelashes go really finely to the end. That's what the brush hairs are like. And so there's probably 15 or 20 hairs on a lot of those really small brushes where they look so small that they might be one hair.
Yeah.
But
they're very thin.
They're very thin. Yeah. And it looks like a needle point basically when it's.
And what paint is it?
It's oil paint.
Oil paint.
Yeah, these are all oil paint, and in my book I think everything is oil paint, but I paint with acrylic sometimes, with slow drying acrylic.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the ones that are at the center. That was acrylic.
Yeah, you also have quite a TikTok following, and you also made a video about Billy.
I did. Yeah. I think I was working on a beam ship painting in my studio and decided to make a video for TikTok and Instagram. I actually kind of just make the videos for both, and I just post them on both platforms. But that was a beam ship photo, a beam ship painting, whatever, that I was working on in my studio just a little bit after I got that agreement with Billy to paint his photos.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it's a kind of a medium-sized painting, really large compared to these, but maybe, I don't know, 20 inches wide and it's 5 feet tall or 6 feet tall, maybe.
Yeah. Well, it's quite tall.
Yeah. But you should see the other one in my studio. Maybe we'll go over there.
Yeah, we should go over there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. And like last year, pleasure being here.
Yeah.
And you go to Paris, so lots to paint there.
Yeah.
And
that's a week from today, moving to Paris for 1 year.
Yeah. And then we probably meet in Hinterschmidrueti, I guess.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.